Hey sis, I don't believe that you found this video by coincidence. I believe you were spirit led. And I know that sounds like a very bold claim, but if you will hang out for the next 10 to 15 minutes and listen to what I have to say, I strongly believe that you will also believe that this is an answer to prayer. Because I know that you are smart. I know that you are driven. I know that you show up for everyone else because excellence is literally part of your DNA. And yet, when it comes to your own health, your own well being, your own physical body, you keep hitting a wall and you can't explain it. You've done the programs, you've cleaned up your eating, you've tried to stay consistent, and still the weight won't budge. The energy won't come back. And somewhere behind closed doors, you silently wonder how much longer you can keep pushing through. You're exhausted. You've tried to go to sleep, and yet you're wired and can't get there. You wake up at 2 a.m., you're drenched in sweat. You start your day groggy, reaching for caffeine just to function. You start your day with 3 to 5 outfit changes just to find something that feels okay. Not awesome, just okay. You look in the mirror and you wonder again, what is happening to me? And this is what you're experiencing before 7 a.m. You're a leader, so you put on the front. You appear to have it all together while something inside of you whispers, this is not sustainable. I know this season you're in because I've lived it in several variations. First, when I was in my late 20s, I was a newly divorced single mom. I was broken, battling emotional eating, and drowning in self-doubt. And then one night in the bathroom, the bottom of my shower, still overweight, still broken, incredibly discouraged, feeling overwhelmed, I cried out to God. And long story short is that what followed that moment literally changed everything. And the side effect was a body I never expected. Now, don't get me wrong, it did not happen overnight. However, that transformation helped me build back my life, my confidence, and again, the body was the side effect, a body that I absolutely never expected. I grew my corporate career and by his work in and through me, and as a result of that, several years into that growth, he called me out of that and called me to equip and empower other women to create the same transformation that he had done in and through me, mind, body, and spirit, because it had literally changed the trajectory of every single aspect of my life. So I've now been in the health and fitness space for over 25 years. And I've spent the last 16 years as a full-time entrepreneur, certified coach, and mentor. I've helped over 2,000 people transform their lives. And I know without a question that this is my calling. And yet, a few years back now, when I hit 43, perimenopause hit, and it hit hard. I didn't even know that that's what it was at the time. And so despite everything I knew, despite the multiple certifications and training and nutrition, the weight came back on, the mood swings hit hard, the brain fog set in, and yet I was still the rock for everyone around me, running 2 physical gyms that I had built from the ground up as a mom, as a wife, and a bonus mom, still appearing to have it all together while privately wondering how much longer I could sustain it and even questioning if I could continue in the call that God had put on my life. That time, it wasn't a mindset problem. That time, it was hormonal. And so when I finally went in to my doctor for help, she took one look at me, listened to what I had to say, listened to my list of symptoms, and said, "You're too fit, you're too young, this is not your hormones, I can offer you a Xanax." I knew she was wrong. And so I left that office upset, frustrated, but within a few minutes, collecting myself, pulling it together, I grew this righteous indignation, and I spent the next several years diving even deeper hormone health, into nervous system regulation, into neuroscience and neuroplasticity, looking at the science that now only amplifies God's word. So that not only do you have the biblically rooted foundation of who God has called us to be and the truth about what he says in stewarding our body, but also the practical strategies, not just from his word, but from the science-backed strategies that allow us to shift our mindset and lived experience from the inside out. And the result of that was that, yes, I lost the 16 pounds that I had gained in that season. I eliminated most of my symptoms and dramatically reduced the ones that clung on just a bit. I rebuilt my energy, my focus, and my confidence in myself and the self-belief that I can absolutely, undoubtedly continue to walk out the call that God has on my life, which is to equip and empower women just like you and just like me. And as a result of my journey in his work in and through me, he has helped me build a framework so that you and women just like us don't spend years, decades trying to figure it out on your own or piece it all together the way I did. And here's what I want you to understand before we go any further. That is that you do not have a willpower problem. You do not have a discipline problem. You don't have a genetics problem. God's word says in Proverbs 23:7, "For as a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Sister, I know no one has told you this before, but as your iron sharpens iron coach, I'm here to tell you that you have a self-belief and a worthiness problem. Yes, you also have an incomplete strategy because the fitness industry isn't teaching you the proper biblically rooted foundation. However, it's also a belief problem. And until that belief problem is discovered and developed, discipline is hard to come by when you subconsciously don't believe that you are worthy or capable of the transformation you desire. No amount of discipline is going to compensate for a foundation that you didn't build and a system strategy that you don't have in place for this season that you are in. So when you put those together, then you can begin to understand why you are not the problem. The strategy is. The belief system is the problem. Now, sister, God's word also says to write the vision and make it plain so that he who sees it will run towards it, in Habakkuk 2:2-3. And so I want to invite you to take a minute and write your vision with me. I want you to imagine waking up feeling strong, clear, and genuinely proud of the woman staring back in the mirror. Imagine moving through your day with energy and intention, not white knuckling your eating, not feeling like you have to force yourself or drag yourself to the workouts, but making aligned choices that become just who you are now, that are as normal and non-negotiable as brushing your teeth every day. Imagine your confidence so deeply rooted in God's truth and in your kingdom fit identity that when life's storms hit, and they will, your foundation holds and you rise even higher, come out even stronger every single time. And sister, that is not just a vision. That is not for you. You can be rest assured that if that can resonate with you, then that vision is for you because you are a woman of God who seeks him first each and every day. You're not perfect, but you do your best to abide in him and you. And therefore, you can be assured that he is giving you that vision of your heart. And this is what the woman that Kingdom Fit method was built for. The Becoming Kingdom Fit method was built to equip and empower women to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be, the fullest expression of your God-given potential. It's called Becoming Her. The greatest expression of your God-given potential in mind, body, and spirit so that you can live out the fullness of your calling. Building a foundation so strong that you never backslide or abandon yourself when life gets busy or messy again. The side effect is the body that lights you up and the rooted, authentic confidence that carries a powerful presence into every room God calls you into. So powerful that people can't help but notice there is something different, anointed, and powerful about you. The version of you that is strong, healthy, independent, well into your 80s and 90s. Kingdom Fit Sisterhood is where we learn and grow and evolve together. Inside, you're going to find the complete Becoming Kingdom Fit Academy. There's 4 phases of transformation, covering everything from fat loss and metabolic reset to vision casting to bulletproof biblical mindsets. And then being able to anchor in your Kingdom Fit identity so that you never backslide again. You're also going to have semi-weekly coaching calls with me. You're going to have a daily connection with like-minded women through our private community. These women are here to cheer for your wins, pray for your struggles, and hold each other forward with love and conviction. We're also going to have monthly trainings on everything from hormones, gut health, nervous system regulation, and the things that are going to keep you fueled and energized, the things that the industry is ignoring about women's health. We're also going to have periodic Bible studies and devotionals because this is not just a fitness membership. This is a movement built on the belief that stewardship of our mind, body, and spirit is not optional. It is biblical to continually love ourselves for where we are while we continue to reach for the excellence of the version God is calling us to become. And when you join as a founding member today, you're going to receive or have the ability to receive up to over $5,000 in bonuses. Not only that, but you're going to lock in your founding member rate for less than a daily cup of coffee. This is how the bonuses break down. The annual memberships are going to receive the full 5,000 plus bonus stack, which includes lifetime access to the Kingdom Fit Academy course that is yours forever, even if at some point in time you decide that the Kingdom Fit Sisterhood is not for you. It also includes a VIP spot in the April Fat Loss and Metabolic Intensive that we're starting after Easter. And then if you choose monthly membership, you're still eligible to receive over $2,000 in bonuses and lock in the same founding member rate with the flexibility of being able to cancel at any time. Now, to give you kind of a point of reference and context, women invest anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 for private coaching with me. But you're not even going to pay a fraction of that. And before you think, wow, that sounds really expensive, let me ask you something. What is actually more expensive? Investing in your ability to experience a transformation so powerful that it elevates every area of your life and opens doors of opportunity you didn't even expect, because now you're able to see them and steward them well. I know because this was my story, and it's been the story of so many of my coaching clients over the last 16 years. So what's more expensive? Investing in that, or the years you've already spent shrinking because your self-belief hasn't matched the belief and calling God has placed on your life? Because you invested in failed products and programs over and over again that not only didn't work, Cameo by Max, but each time they didn't work, it took a piece of your confidence, right? Now, like I said, you're not investing $3,000, $10,000. You're not investing anything even close to that. And yet you're getting the same resources, the same program, the same coaching, and honestly, even better, the most epic sisterhood so that you never walk alone again. And you're getting the opportunity to invest in yourself and in this community for less than a daily cup of coffee. This sisterhood is the most affordable way to access the complete Kingdom Fit method, and more importantly, investing in yourself for the transformation that has the ability for you to transform every aspect of your life. And before you say that sounds a little arrogant to claim that this has the potential to be life-changing, I want to share with you that I can say this with complete confidence for 2 reasons. First, because over the last 16 years, countless women have said their experience working with me is priceless and life-changing by God's work in and through me. And second is just that. This is not a witness of my testimony or a witness of my ability in and of myself. It is a witness of God's work in and through me, including building the belief and knowing of what he has done in and through me, knowing the confidence that he has given me to walk boldly in how he has called and help the women I'm called to help. So this is not confidence, or this is not arrogance. It is biblically rooted, unapologetic, humbled confidence. It is the fruit of time invested in biblical personal development, in intimacy in my personal relationship with God, and the evidence of his faithfulness throughout. And let's be honest, isn't that the level of rooted God-given confidence that you also are hoping to create? If yes, then let's go, sister. Let's build that together. And before I let you go, one more thing I want to impress upon you. The enemy is not afraid of women who are informed but don't take action. He is terrified of women who take action and become transformed. Let me say that again. The enemy is not afraid of women who are informed but do not take action. He is terrified of the women who take action and therefore are transformed. The women who are rooted in their identity, the women who are surrounded by their sisters, the women walking boldly in the fullness of their calling. And sister, that woman gets to be you too. So scroll down, read everything, secure your spot, and with it, secure the founding member rate locked in for life for you and all of the bonuses. Once you secure your spot, be sure to check your email, including your spam folder, in case it lands there, for your login details, for the way to connect with our community, and all of your next steps. I'll see you on the inside.